day 43 of becoming the first American woman to row solo from California to Hawaii. I am under 100 miles from Oahu, and I think I am finally ready to talk about this. Currently, as it stands, I am over 525 miles ahead of the current men's record. And I'm over 1,000 miles ahead of the women's record. So what that means is when I land, I will beat the women's record by 40 days and the men's by around a week. I did not expect this to happen at all. When I first started planning this row, I wanted to try to go for the women's world record, but I had no idea how long this was going to take me. There's been 9 people in total that have ever done a solo Mid-Pacific row. 7 men, 2 women. And the time difference between that is the longest time was 140 days and the shortest time had been 52 days. And in there, most people took about 70. So I assumed maybe I could get into the 70-day. If I got into the 60-day region, I'd be really excited. But really, no part of me thought it was within my ability to break the men's record. But I trained my butt off, and I wanted to do the best I could, so I prepared in every way possible. But I was coming for the women's record. But after like the first week, like probably a week and a half getting off the coast, I realized I was ahead of the women's record and on a really good pace. And just for fun, I did a little bit of math to see what type of mileage I would need to do a day to break the men's record. And I had that number, and I just kind of put it in my back pocket and just tried to reach that number every day without ever really thinking that too hard about it, that was something that I could possibly do. But every day, for the most part of this row, I've been able to get that number or surpass it. And it's been really hard for me to even kind of like absorb that this is happening. And it took me a really long time to allow myself to even believe it. Most of the time of this row, I spent my time just kind of talking myself out of the fact that I was ahead of the record. I know it's a pretty human thing, but it's also a very female thing to discredit your abilities even when you're doing them. And I spent most of the time just saying, well, you're gonna bonk, you're gonna bail, something's gonna happen, you're gonna slow down. But in the last week and a half, I really started to believe that this was possible and to accept that like maybe this could happen for me. And I think it's going to take me a while to really absorb that this is happening, but at this point, it's going to happen. I'm going to get to Oahu, and I'm going to be the fastest person to ever have rowed the Mid-Pacific solo. And it's a crazy feeling to have this moment when I didn't even expect fully to break the women's record. Coming out here, I just wanted to do my best, and I trained my butt off, and I prepared in every way I could, but I had no expectations of this moment. But I'm so grateful for this moment. So yeah, this is huge for me for a lot of reasons. I just want to say thank you, and I want to say thank you to the people that believed in me, because I didn't for a while. But it looks like it's happening.